Bali and Forex trading. Stay tuned, we'll talk about that next. Good morning traders, Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Again at the Club Med Resort in Bali in Indonesia. Beautiful morning here, not such a beautiful night for my family. We spent the day at Waterbomb Park yesterday, which is a fantastic water park, #2 in the world. 5-star. The Indonesian people here are so friendly. Everything that we've done has been really just fantastic. But there's something they talk about here called Bali belly, and it has to do with water and getting sick from contaminated things with contaminated water. And at Club Med we felt pretty insulated here. We've had nothing, pretty much mostly bottled water, but they talk about not opening your mouths in the shower, not brushing your teeth with tap water, trying to avoid salads and different things that have potentially been rinsed by the water. But at Club Med, again, they have a very strict procedure in cleaning everything and their produce. They have a conveyor belt system that cleans everything. But even with that, last night I think we hit the pinnacle. We're into day 4 or 5 of our trip, and my wife, poor thing, and my kids have all been sick. My wife was violently ill last night, all night long, and I'm just out now getting some water. So how does that relate to trading? Well, we had the French elections on the weekend, and this is a great example of how, I talk about discipline. We talk about discipline isn't being extreme and hard and inflexible about things. What it is being able to have a process that you trade and follow and execute flawlessly, not deviating from your plan. And the reason why that is that the plan is designed to protect you and protect your capital, and also hopefully maximize your profits when you're into a winning trade. Now, we came here prepared knowing that there was a lot of potential things that could happen. We brought Imodium, we brought acidophilus, we brought psyllium husk. They supply us with bottled water everywhere we go here. But the humidity, the temperature changes. I think the food buffets, my kids have indulged all week. We've had an enormous amount of activity. I've worked out every day. We played basketball, we played squash. We've probably put our bodies under a lot more environmental stress than in a normal circumstance. So with your trading plan, it's designed to be there to protect you. Now, we talk about the golden rule is learn to lose, but you have to have an edge. You have to be able to trade a system that has an edge. I've really simplified things with my hourly and my end-of-day system. I talk about Peter Brandt. I've gone really back to basic trading, breakouts, pullbacks, different things that are really straightforward where I can have a maximum stop of 1 hour. But the example from the French elections that I wanted to talk about was that on Monday morning, the French elections, Monday morning, Sunday evening, New York time, the French elections had already begun, and the markets opened up with, on some of the pairs, with over 200 pip gaps. So if that's the case, if you're in a trade or you're into a market that has gapped or become volatile, so we've done everything right here, but all of a sudden the plan didn't work, what's your plan B? So you're into a trade, it gaps, it either stops you out, you haven't had a trade, if you haven't had your stop in place, now you've got to make a decision. Do you try to fade the gap? Do you take the loss? If you're not in the market, do you get into the market? What does your plan call for? So the plan should encapsulate worst case scenarios all the time. If you're in the markets overnight, now on an hourly system, very rarely are you going to see a gap. Sometimes on an announcement like the New Zealand dollar, on the rollover times, you might see a gap take place. But your trading plan has to be designed to prepare you for all worst case scenarios. So, one of the other things that I talk about is what happens if the power goes out. Do you have a second phone to call your broker or to manage the trades if your internet goes down, if you haven't put a stop in place? I've entered into the markets and gone into the market at market price, and after I've had that execution confirmed, gone to place my stop right away, and my platform's frozen. So these are some things that you need to prepare for, because they can happen, and they may not always happen on your demo account. So the plan B, so today we're going to hydrate. Hopefully it's only a 24-hour thing. We fly out in the morning, but trading is like that. You're going to have things that instantaneously happen. Last week we had a couple of other announcements that the UK Prime Minister called a snap election. The markets immediately moved, just instantly. And that's what your plan needs to incorporate. Because trading is going to, that's the great thing about the currency markets. The opportunity is unlimited and scalable, but so is the downside. And I talk about this over and over again. With my own turning point for me was the realization on how to know, number one, my maximum stop loss on the time frame that I'm trading, and just executing that, taking the loss, getting comfortable with losing just like you are with winning. And the better you become at that, the better your trading will be. But then you need to have the asymmetrical returns of having 4 and 5 times the profitability on your winners as opposed to your losers. So one of the things that Dalton talks about in his book, Mind Over Markets, is OTF, other time frame traders. And this is something else you need to understand, is that depending on the time frame you're trading, the market is made up of all these other traders that are trading on multiple time frames and building positions potentially on daily, weekly, 4-hour charts, whatever they are. But if you're on a 5-minute or an hourly chart and the market moves, that might be being moved by money that's being positioned for a bigger, longer move. And these are all things that you need to be aware of, and that can only come from experience sometimes. But in that process, ensure that you don't destroy yourself, because learning, this game is a continuous game of learning, and you have to stay in the game. You have to be in it to win it. And if you can do that, if you can carve out your edge, if you can get better every single day and scale that, that's when you have a chance to really potentially build something that, obviously we're attracted to the markets to build. So hopefully you got some value out of today's video. Bali belly, be prepared for worst case scenarios. And, that's a great thing. No matter what the market throws at you, be prepared for it. Keep getting better. Some of the things that I haven't mentioned is, I'll try to get to it in tomorrow's video maybe. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you're struggling with, and let's see if we can help each other get better. This is a winnable game. And again, take some time, reflect on what you're doing well. Try to cut out what you're doing not so well. Go to my homepage, get my 7-step daily routine for high performance traders. Focus on constant progress. Raise the bar on yourself. Make a list of things that you need to be doing and the things that you definitely can't be doing. Put it in front of you on your screen, and every time you go to click the mouse, look at that list and identify which side of the list you're on, and make sure that you're sticking to your plan. Trading mastery, constant progress. Have a great trading week. Stay disciplined. Keep getting better. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you're struggling with, and let's get better together. Thanks, traders.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.